Hello, welcome to Tanya's Beauty Box. I am Tanya, and today we are going to do the blush tag. I watched Dion from Dion Loves Makeup do this blush tag that was originated by Michelle Wong. And I have 14 questions here that we're going to focus on. And we're going to see what my favorite blushes are. First, I'm going to show you my blush drawer. It's not in any kind of order or anything like that. It's just a cornucopia of stuff, of blushes. So here's my blush drawer. It's a ton of blush in here. I have some LYS, I have some Pretty Vulgar, I got some NARS, Mented, Clinique, Fenty. Well, that's actually a highlighter, but I like to use it as a blush. Lip Bar, Laura Mercier, Kat Von D, Tarte, Bare Minerals, Juvia's Place, NYX, Treads Loose. Trying to see what else is in here. Ciate London. I don't think I have. That's not a blush. This got to be a highlighter. Yeah. So those are highlighter. I don't have. I thought I had some Becca blushes, but these are the highlighters: Topaz and Chocolate Geode. I got, like I said, some NYX, some Black Radiance, Lorac. I have a blush palette that I put together. Is this the blush palette I've been looking for? I had some, yep. I have some blushes from, not Bare Minerals, Makeup Geek. And when they went out of business, I was looking for my blushes to see if I needed to order any additional blushes, and I couldn't find these. So I ended up reordering these same blushes. That's just great. I said Makeup Forever. I just had to have this number. Remember when they had the numbers? This is M846. Makeup Forever. It's like a red and some Mary Kay blushes. I've been looking for this and this little Ofra Pro Z palette for the longest. Now everything is out of whack, out of order. So when I put these blushes back, maybe I'll do like a little declutter as well. I probably need to declutter some of these blushes. I have something from Milk, which is a cream stick I have not used. This is still in the package, a blush and bronzer duo. Yeah, I have a drawer full of blushes. I don't have any high-end blushes like from Gucci, Chanel, YSL, Dior, anything like that. But I do have a ton of blushes, and so let's get into it. What's on my lips? Do you guys remember from Urban Decay their Hi-Fi Shine lip glosses? They were like really popular at one point, and I had this in the color Beso. Oh wait, can you see it? Beso. So let's get into this blush tag. So the very first blush that they want to know about is, the category is newest. My newest blush is from, it is called a bronzer, which is a bronzer and blush. It's from Bare Minerals. It says bronzer. And it's the Kiss of Rose. It's a beautiful, beautiful color. It looks great on the cheek. And I simply adore it. So that's the first blush. That's my newest blush. My most expensive blush, I'm going to assume this is my most expensive blush. From one size, this was $36. This is the Cheek Clapper 3D Blush Trio in the color Rich Betch. And these are the colors. It's a beautiful rosy brown. It's so pretty. This is the cream, a powder blush to put over the cream, and a highlight. But you can use the cream by itself if you like. Next is Most Colorful, and I'm going to give that to my Juvia's Place Saharan Volume 1. This is my Most Colorful blush palette. Okay. Most Underrated. I'm going to give that to my e.l.f. Dark Blush Palette. If I can get it open. This is an underrated palette. This is a great palette for dark skin and for deep skin and for lighter skin with a light hand. I don't too much go into this blush here, but these three I do use, and I think they're wonderful. I think it's a very underrated palette that will show up again in this blush tag. Most Nostalgic. Do you guys remember Fashion Fair? From Fashion Fair, we have Chocolate Chip Beauty Blush. Looks like that. It's beautiful. It might look like a brown, but it's got some red in it and just a hint of a shimmer. And it's beautiful. Let's see. I don't know if it's going to show up. It's quite old. Yeah, it's not showing, but on the cheek, it is gorgeous. Get this piece of paper towel here, wipe my finger off. Next, that was Most Nostalgic. Oldest. My oldest blush is going to be from Milani, and this is in the color Sunset Beach. For a minute there, Milani had the market on the blushes. Everybody was clamoring to the drugstore to get a Milani brush. They had the Luminoso. They had Rose d'Oro, something else. And I, being who I am, didn't like all that shimmery stuff on my face. Went for Sunset Beach. So it's like a peachy brown, but it's beautiful on the cheek. And I've hit pan. Next, Most Affordable. Welcome back to e.l.f. I think this is $4 or $5. So you can't go wrong with that. 4 blushes. Again, hits all the, got a nice deep tone here, a lighter tone here, a peach and a shimmery. It's not too much shimmer in it, but it has some shimmer blush, and that can't be more than about $4 to $5. Next is Everyday. I love Cola Pop by Clinique. Love it. It's a ruddy, reddy brown. It reminds you of the color cola. It reminds you of a cola, maybe of a cherry cola. But it's beautiful. You can't go wrong with Cola Pop, especially if you have a deeper skin tone. Next is Best Memory. And I'm going to give that to my Mary Kay in the color Brick. Remember these in those little compacts that you would have to fill yourself? Because this is the best memory is because one of my best friends and I used to go to a lot of Mary Kay parties and order a lot of Mary Kay. At one point, all I was using was Mary Kay makeup. So this is the best memory, my Mary Kay in the color Brick. Worth the Hype. I'm going to give that to MAC. Is that right? Okay. Give that to MAC. Sweet as cocoa. Deep skin, girls, I know you got it. It's a beautiful, beautiful blush. And it looks very wonderful on the cheek. It blends into the skin, gives a nice highlight. Just enough of a sheen, but not too much. that you feel like you got glitter all over your face. It's wonderful, and I really like it. Not worth the hype. Uh-oh. Fenty. Fenty's Cream Blush. I got it in a closed rose latte. Now, it might be the color that I chose, but it's a rosy brown. I thought it would show up on me, but it doesn't. It doesn't do that. I haven't used it in I don't know how long. It's deeper than it's showing up on my finger. And that's how it's showing up on my skin. And we don't like that. No, we don't like that. Not worth the hype to me. Favorite from favorite brand. So my favorite blush from my favorite brand for blush would be MAC, because they have an array of blushes and they have something for everyone. But this is in the color Raisin. Remember Raisin? You got to get Sweet as Cocoa, and you got to get Raisin, and you might be set. But here's Sweet as Cocoa. I'm sorry, here's Raisin. Great everyday matte blush. I prefer a matte or satin blush. Great everyday blush. Now, my most used blush is something different. Do you guys remember Florrie Roberts? This is the color Chili. It's all broken up in here, so I'm not going to open it. But this is my most used because I got down the pan, as you can see, and then it started to break up, so I couldn't use it. But this was, well, I could use it, but you know, you got to be careful with it now that it's all broken up in here. Let me see. I don't want anything to fall out. It's getting ready to do something, but I kind of stopped using it, even though it's my most used, but it is the most used blush I have, because I'm almost done with it. Almost down to the end. Let me close this up right. And last but not least, most disappointing. Some of you probably don't even have this brand in your collection, but It Cosmetics had a blushing bronzer trio type thing. This is the color Instant Warm Glow. Can you see that? Instant Warm Glow. Packaging is so pretty, but this blush doesn't do a thing for me. It doesn't pick up well. It has a highlighter, a blush. Of course, the bronzer's not doing anything for me. The whole thing didn't do anything, but that blush really didn't show up that much on me. It's just a powdery, ashy situation. Not for me, as I found out, but it was too late. I had already purchased it, and I let the days go past at QVC, and I couldn't return it. So there you go. But it came with a great brush. It Cosmetics has great brushes. So that's it. That is my rendition of the blush tag. I have a ton of blushes. Maybe this will help me go through and start using some of them and sharing them with you. And I thank you so much for watching this tag. I appreciate it so much. I will see you in the next video. Let your inner whimsy shine. Stay whimsical. And I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.